What's up, y'all? We are back, episode 27, I believe, of the Colorado Rockies Out of the Park Baseball 24 series, and feeling a lot better now. So, gonna try to get through this season, the off season here in this episode. Well, next two episodes, but in this one sitting. Um, yeah, Colorado Rockies sit at 85 and 64 here, 2032, September 12th. We are 8 games up on the Padres. It's been a bit of a rough little patch here. As you can see, August we were just above 500. It was a rough month. July was pretty bad too. Um, Thankfully, April and May were really good, and September has been around 500 too. So, what's happened to get us to this point? Connor Griffin got hurt a little bit ago. 6 week injury, so he's been out for the last month at this point. It sucks to have him out of the lineup. He's probably been our best hitter this season. But we have guys who have come up and done a good job. So, but there's been no really standout guys. Like Churio's been really good, but he's on pace for under 5 WAR on the year. Also, his ability in center field has dropped a bit, but we'll get to that and what the plans of him are. Zach Bean having a really good season, although, he's still not a good defender in the outfield, although he's actually been quite okay this year. Not like a superstar season from him. This is also all levels, I just realized. Okay, yeah, so a 4 WAR season from Bean. Wolkow has been awesome. 126 WRC plus, 4.1 WAR. But again, not like he was on a really good stretch for a bit, I remember. And then he's fallen off the last couple of months, so hopefully we can get him going again. But that's been part of the reason that we've slumped a bit. Casey Cunningham's also struggled a bit recently. He had a rough June. Been off to a horrible start so far in September. But we hope to get a little bit better production out of him. Alex Mooney's been fine. About a league average bat with a good glove at short. But he's missed time this year, so that's been tough for us. I guess we can update on kind of where we are lineup-wise. So this is kind of what we're rolling out. So we called up Devon Jeanette. I think we mentioned this last episode. But he's been up, and he's been great. Probably been our best hitter here down the stretch. Well, at least in August he was. September, not so much, but that's been most of our team. So he's played against righties. He's like an extreme split guy. Like, he's much better against righties. So for the time being, we're only going to play him at second there. Cunningham playing some third base at this point. And then against lefties, Covett slides in. And he's been awesome in that part-time platoon role. Also playing a bit of DH. At least I thought he was. I guess he's not. But anyway. Yeah, Guadalupe Cordero is now our full-time DH pretty much. He's been really good in 154 plate appearances this season. Betancourt playing every other day. He's been better, but at this point, he's probably going to get non-tendered this offseason, unfortunately. We just have a bunch of guys I want to get in. We did call up Jeff Word, who was drafted in the first round last season. He was just, he was hitting really well at multiple levels, and his ratings are there, so I just want to call him up and see what he can bring off the bench to end the year. So he's not going to play much. He's only playing when these guys are tired, but just wanted to call him up and see what he can bring. Trey Snyder's been a really good utility guy in our infield this season, and Wyatt Langford's been really good once again. So the big story, though, Herminio Toto. We finally called him up after, not hitting too well in AAA, but his ratings are there where, he's going to be a good player when he got called up. So we had the injury to Griffin, I believe. That was the catalyst for that. So called him up, and he's been our best hitter down the stretch here. You can see he's had a crazy September so far, and August he was also really good. So I think he's batting cleanup right now. He is. Mostly because of our lack of kind of good right-handed hitters at the moment with Griffin out. So, but yeah, Toto's been really good. He's playing left field right now. He'll probably move to center next season, I'd imagine, and we'll push Churio back to left. But other guys, I guess, VC's been fine as a backup catcher. He's kind of playing when Chilcutt's been rested, I guess, but Chilcutt's been playing much every day, and he's been good. Defense has been about average, but the bat's been pretty fine. Uh, Honestly, I should probably be playing VC a little bit more. Maybe we'll do every third game for him. But like we're not locked into the playoffs right now. Or at least we're not locked into the division at this point. We're pretty much locked in the playoffs, but you know, 8 games behind with maybe 20 to go. What is that? 17 to go. Um, but the rotation, there's signs of life, I guess. Christian Little's still been really solid. Maybe not an ace, but like he's been good. Alex Philpott has been much better since we reduced his role, not letting him go as deep into games, only let him face 21 batters. Jaime Cooper has probably been our best pitcher here down the stretch. He's been really solid getting us deep into games, eating innings for us. Chris Wood has been eating innings at a lesser value, just pitching wise, but he's been fine as a back end guy. And then Nick Bisco was he was dreadful in his first few starts. Let me see his log. We got him probably right here, and yeah, he had like a couple of horrible starts to start his tenure. We dropped him down to like that Philpott role of not facing the order 3 times, and he's been much better since we did that. Rodriguez has been awesome as our closer. Munoz, Doval have been really good. Gary Rodriguez has been good. Ochoa, Vesia, and Chivilli's gotten much better. The home run rate's down a bit, which is good. You get rid of the home run rate, and he's actually having his best season of his career. So I think there's definitely signs for optimism with him. And then we called him Nick Enright, who has pitched well in the first couple of games up. Peter Hubick's been up. We got him as a minor league free agent signing. I don't even remember doing that, but it's been a couple days since I recorded. But yeah, he's made a start, a couple of relief appearances at this point. And then Gabriel Hughes continues to be pretty good in that role as our long man. So where does this leave us? So we're gonna run through kind of the end of the season here. Hopefully we can turn it around, and we're not gonna win 100 games, but we can win 95 and win the division. So let's sim through this and hopefully go into the playoffs hot. So we lose this game, 4 runs. Ouch. Stampede have turned into a really good team. Wow, Ben Daly, he's a nice player. Yeah, it looks like Chris Wood kind of gave up a couple runs late, and then Doval didn't help us out. So, Nashville definitely not the team, the punching bag they used to be in the save, and we lose 8-9 in this one. Vesia and Rodriguez, ouch. That hurts. That hurts. But we won 10-5. Arizona's always a good team. They got some superstars. Lawler continues to be probably the best player in the save, at least in the National League, along with a couple of other really good players who looks like a lot of them are hurt. We got the Brendan Malone here, it looks like. Christian Little, pretty solid, and then Rodriguez and Munoz close it out. I do want to check out Arizona's squad, actually. Yeah, Alex Ramirez has been a good player in the save. Yeah, Alex Ramirez and Jordan Lawler have kind of been the stud of Arizona. So we lose 2 out of 3 to them. That's unfortunate. Alex Mooney, 3 hits. Chilcutt, a couple of hits. Word, a hit and 2 RBIs. So he had a double. Philpott, not the worst of starts, but walked 5 guys. The offense, not much going there. So we'll play like we're eliminated from the playoffs, and we lose 8-3. So this has been quite a rough stretch here. Jaime Cooper, not a good start. Then Hubeck gives up a couple runs. Does he have options? He doesn't. Want to get some fresh arms in there. So yeah, we only sit 5 games on the pod right now. Then we lose again. The lead is cut to 4. So just an absolute collapse here in all facets of the team. And we lose 9-8 and get swept by the lowly Dodgers. And Betancourt gets hurt after a two-hit game. Um, and Rodriguez looks like he imploded along with Doval. That's tough. An off day, hopefully, but we're only up 4 games here on the Padres coming down the stretch. We have a series against Miami, who are 2 games ahead of us in the standings. They sit at 88 and 68, so this is a big series. What can we do to kind of right this ship here? I mean, all of these guys have been really good this season. Maybe we give Word some at bats here at DH. See what he can do. We'll play him every other day, and we'll try him every other day here as well. So here we go against Miami, and we lose 10-6. This rotation and this pitching has looked rough. Doval gives up another 3 runs, and we now 3 games up on San Diego, and we lose 6-10 again. And this is getting ugly really quick. And this bullpen has just been brutal here. I know we just caught him, but Hubeck has been awful. So I'm gonna wave and DFA him. We gotta get some fresh bodies up here or something. Try to right this ship. So let's call up Grant Seelig. He spent a little bit of time in the majors this season. And we got to get this pitching right on the stretch. We're up 3 games now, and basically we just clinched the division. That season went quick. The end of the season went really quick. So Jeff Word, 3 hits, 3 ribbies. Love to see that. He might make the playoff roster if we can get him up here. Cooper, solid enough start, and Doval and Seelig close it out. So we wind up clinching the division after, a miserable stretch here where we lost 6 in a row. What is this? 8 of 9? So we hold on and win the division somehow, some way. Make another start, and then we'll have Bisco to end the year. Griffin's back. That's good. So we have to make a roster move here. Clear up a spot. Is Betancourt going to make the playoff roster? I doubt it. So let's put him on the IL. That'll probably spell his end. An ceremoniousness end. God, that's not a word. But yeah, a sad end for him. I mean, that was just kind of how things went this season, and yeah, maybe he'll come back next year. I don't know how the roster's going to shake up, but we do have Connor Griffin back now. I think he's going to actually might play some right field while we sort this out. And then maybe he'll play first here. But Covet's been too good. Cordero has been just as good. Maybe these guys will trade off at first right here. But, I mean, there's 2 games left in the season. We may as well rest our guys. So, let's rest our guys here. So, I don't think we're going to be a top seed this year. We'll probably be we won't play in the wild card round. Which I don't even know how our playoffs are set up now. We haven't been in this position yet, surprisingly. So, yeah, we'll play Chilcutt. That's fine. And then I want to get Griffin some at-bats before the playoffs. Let's put Word at third. We'll put Griffin out right. And then Cordero over at first. Yeah, we'll do that. And then Trey Snyder at short. We'll put Jeanette at second. And then we'll do Langford, Toto, and then we'll have Covet DH here. So this will be our lineup here coming down the stretch. That looks good. So we'll do maybe we'll do Word, Griffin, Jeanette, Cordero's fine. Actually, let's do Toto, Cordero, Langford, Cavett, Langford, Snyder, Chilka. Okay, that's fine. Just as we finish out the season, I don't want to get anyone hurt. We have Bitsko, and we'll have to have a spot starter here for the last game. So maybe that'll be Hughes. Yeah, it'll be Hughes, I think. So Bitsko is not going to make my postseason rotation, so I don't really care about using him here. So see what happens, and it's a 9-3 victory. A couple retirees in the minors. Jeff Word, he might have earned himself a spot on this playoff roster. I had a feeling that was going to be a possibility. I mean, he is a really good player. And then Jeanette, he just continues to crush the ball. And nice start from Bitsko. So all is not lost with him. He actually kind of finished the season strong. But let's finish out with Hughes on the mound and see if we can pick up a win. And we do. So a scary end of the season there, quite frankly. It got pretty close at the end. Our worst season since 2028, where we missed the playoffs, but we make it here after a 9-14 September to close things out. So we'll set our playoff rosters, come back, and check in at that point. So we'll be right back. All right, so let's rock and roll here. We are ready to play Arizona. So this is how the playoff roster is going to shake out. We're going to go with 14 hitters for this series. It's only a 3-game set. So we'll go with some extra bats, and then we'll go with a 12-man pitching staff. This is how it shapes out. We're not letting our pitchers go too deep into these games. We'll see how it works out. Actually, Gabriel Hughes is pretty tired. He should be okay, though. But yeah, let's hop into this and check out Arizona and see how they look. So they finished 7th in runs scored, 7th in runs against. Again, we talked about this team a little bit recently. So they got Lawler, Ramirez. They're kind of their big two in their lineup. So Manuel Rodriguez having a nice year for them. Yeah, they got some scary bats here. So we will see how it goes. They also played in one of the toughest divisions in the league, it looks like. Okay. Let's hop into this. Game 1 against Arizona. And we win 7-1. Cunningham, 4 hits, 3 ribbies. Toto, 2 hits, 2 ribbies. Christian Little, a really nice start. Then Cheville, Rodriguez, Ochoa to close it out. And looks we get to their ace, Dylan Ray. So, Game 2 here in Colorado. Looking to win the series, and we do. And okay. See you later then. We win 10-6. Cunningham, another 3 hits, 4 ribbies. He had 4 hits, 3 ribbies last game, so nice series from him. And he wins MVP, obviously. Churio, 3 ribbies as well. So a nice series for the offense. Jaime Cooper only goes 1 1/3. I wonder what the story with that was. Interesting. I don't know whether that happened. There was no rain out, no injury. And Gary Rodriguez almost blew it, but the offense is able to pick him up, and we get to Matt Sauer for them. So we win the series, and a quick sweep, thankfully, so we can hopefully reset our pitching a little bit more than we would have. But a quick turnaround, we'll play Washington just a couple days later. And we'll check out their team really quick. So they finished 2nd in runs scored, 10th in runs against. So they're a similar team to us. Dylan Cruz headlines their lineup along with Ernesto Alejo, who's just an otherworldly player with the speed, the power, the contact. Definitely debatable for the best player in baseball. It looks like he'll win MVP this season. And only 24 years old. So, they have Bryce Harper, they have Juan Soto, and then they get this guy. Uh, Pretty crazy. But, Eric Majors is a nice player, but the rest of this lineup isn't too scary. Freddie Peralta is a nice ace to have, but the rest of the rotation doesn't look great. By the way, we finished first in runs scored, 12th in runs against. Our starters ERAs dipped all the way to 15th. Um, just kind of looking at how we've gone in this series, we started off abysmal um, way back in 2023. Slowly worked it back up. Had this rough year in 2028, but we were a really good pitching team in 2030, and slowly we've gone back down. Our bullpen was pretty good this year, which saved that ERA, but yeah, the starters ERA kind of back to where it's been recently. So, our rotation for the series, Little's not going to be good to go. Cooper could be good for game 2. So, we'll trot this out to start. We'll go with Philpott in game 1. They're pretty righty heavy, although their best player is a lefty. But we have all righties anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So, game 1, Philpott on the mound against Washington in Washington, and we win 7-4. Nice day from Griffin, Wolkow. They both driving multi-runs. Philpott gives us a chance to win. Ochoa gives up a couple runs, but the rest of the pen does a good job to get us out of it. So we'll head to game 2 in Washington, looking to take a 2-0 series lead, and we do 8-2 victory. Wolkow 3 hits, 3 ribbies. Cordero has a couple as well. Griffin drives in a run. Churrio 3 hits. So awesome offense so far here in the playoffs. Kind of the worries that I had are being alleviated quite a bit. So, you know what? It hasn't come back to haunt us, but I'm sure someone saw that earlier. Pitch count. But we wound up winning the game anyway. She really gives us a 3-inning no-hit save. Just elite stuff there. So we have a day off, and we will head to game 3, back to Colorado. And a chance to win the series here and sweep Washington. So, let's see. Little is good to go. We'll start with him. I wonder if Cooper will be good to go in a potential game 4. He might be, but we'll see when we get there. So, game 3, looking to sweep back to Colorado. And we win 7-2, sweep the division series. Langford has 2 hits in a bench roll. Griffin drives in 3 runs. And Christian Little gives us a chance to win. That's all we ask for. So, first 2 series ended in sweeps, and we'll head to the NLCS, where we'll face Nashville. A team that kind of knocked us out of the playoff on a couple of years ago. Infamously, they were one of the worst teams in baseball, and here they are. They've evolved into one of the best teams, 3rd in runs scored, 2nd in runs against, 103 wins in the regular season. This is probably the first time in a couple of years we've been true underdogs coming into a series. So really excited to see what we do here. Covett hasn't played. How has Cordero been doing? Cordero's been killing it when he's been out there. I guess it's the weaker side of platoon. What do they have? So let's check out Nashville's team. They have all righties in their rotation. They only have 2 lefties in the pen. You know what? I'm going to actually remove Covett here from the playoff roster in favor of another arm. Or maybe we go with a lefty. Maybe we bring Zach Wattis, who's not made an appearance on our major league team this year, but I think could be a useful bat off the bench with so many righties here. Also, Phil Cates is a guy. He made a couple of appearances for us. Bitsko was fine. Enright was okay when he was up, but I don't think these guys are difference makers. Is Bednick a lefty? He's righty. I think he might be useful as a pinch runner. Yeah, let's place him on the playoff roster. A little bit more useful than if we were to use what the heck's his name? Covet here. So Covet, whatever. Okay, so our rotation is all good to go, even Little. So let's see. So Little's been good. Philpott's been good. Cooper hasn't really had a chance to pitch. Uh, let's do this. We'll go Little, Philpott, Cooper, Wood, and maybe Wood will actually get up start here. So game one in Nashville. Let's do it. We lose 7-5. Lose game one of the NLCS. Churio 2 RBIs. Cunningham 1 RBI. Little a really rough start for him. The pen does a good job, but obviously your starter gives him 6 runs and 2 1/3, and tough chance to win that, especially in a playoff game against a 103 win team. So game two in Nashville. Philpott on the mound. We lose 5-11. Ouch. Just a really good day for their offense. And Philpott, another guy who just did not give us a chance to win a game. So we'll turn to our young guns, Jaime Cooper, in this one. And Betancourt's back. I'm not able to make any roster moves. If we make it to the next round, I'm going to probably add him to the roster. But for now, nothing we can really do. So Jaime Cooper, looking to stop us from going on 3-0 here in the series. We're going back to Colorado, so we'll have our home field advantage, and we win 5-4. That's huge. Cooper gives us, 4 runs in 5 innings, our best start from a start of the series by far. An old friend, Ken Bell Sevelin, who, is turning to be a really nice pitcher here. We've mentioned that before, but we get to him a little bit. Cooper definitely outpitched him, and then the offense does just enough to be able to give us a win. So we're down 2-1, but seeing if we can even up the series, and we lose 10-8. And Casey Cunningham goes out with a shoulder bruise. That's tough. And he'll be out for the rest of the playoffs, unfortunately. So we can add a guy here. I think it'll probably be Betancourt, I guess. So, with that, we're going to have to make sure you have a fine replacement kind of built in. And I guess Betancourt will be thrust back into the lineup here. We could put Cordero in, but I'm going to give Betancourt a shot. See if he can inject some life. And the only problem is against lefties, Jeanette's just not really good. Didn't hit well at all in 20 at-bats against them this year. But, again, Nashville doesn't really have lefties, so we'll see if we can just avoid that issue ever coming to be a thing. Let's add Bednick as a pinch runner. And a 10-8 loss. Tough. Chris Wood, a decent start, but Yuri Rodriguez, who's been really good for us all season, and so far in the playoffs, I guess not against Arizona that game, but yeah, that's tough. Really tough there. So backs against the wall, down 3-1, and back in Colorado for this one. See if we can keep our season alive, and we do. 7-4 victory. It's a 3-2 series now. Betancourt, 2 hits, 3 ribbies. I was hoping we could have some kind of story like this. Looks like he had a home run in this one, too. Solo shot in the 8th. Little, not the worst of starts. Definitely on the better end of what we've got in this series. And then the bullpen does a good job. So, looking to upset Nashville here. We have 2 games to win 2. And head to the World Series potentially. But we got to win this one first in Nashville. Tough place to play. Let's see if we can do it. And we do. We win 5-2. Churio, 3 hits. Philpott, pretty decent start. And then the bullpen does a really good job. So here we are, Game 7. We won 2 in a row here to force a Game 7. We'll be in Nashville. And we'll have Jaime Cooper on the mound, our young guy, against Kennebel Sevelin, who we traded away for our shortstop Alex Mooney way back about 3 seasons ago. So let's see what we can do here. And we win 9-5. What a comeback in that series. Zach Veen, 3 hits. Alex Mooney, the guy we traded, Sevelin for, 3 RBIs in this one. Looks like he got hurt, sore groin. Get over it, dude. You're the hero. And Jaime Cooper gives us a really nice start when we needed it the most. And then the bullpen does a good enough job to get us the rest of the game. So, wow. That's crazy. Churio looks like he won Series MVP. Not surprising. He had multi-hit games in every game in the series. He had a hit in every game in the series. Multi-hit in 5 of the games. Unbelievable series for him. So there we go. We upset Nashville, and we'll go to Oakland for the World Series, looking to win our 2nd in the series. Oakland Hooks now. So they're tied for 2nd in runs against, 9th in runs scored. Braylon Bishop's their big bopper. Who's the Rule 5 pick. Took him a little bit to get going in the league, but he's emerged as a superstar. John Hurden, a nice player. Santolina, a nice player as well. They apparently have a guy who's batting 100 as their second baseman. But Taylor Dollard, one of the best pitchers in baseball. He headlines their staff along with Max Corkum, who's another really nice pitcher. Nick Conti, another nice arm. And then Tobias Myers, probably one of the best 4 starters in baseball. Bradley Rodriguez looks like a relief ace out here. Eric Torres had an amazing season for them. So, Zach Gallen's in their bullpen, apparently. Okay, so 93 wins for them. And let's see what we have in our rotation. So, Little's good to go for game 1, but I don't know if I even want to throw him here. I might go with Wood. It'd probably be Wood, Little, see if we can get Cooper, and then Philpott. Gabriel Hughes hasn't been... I feel like we can do better than Hughes here. Let's try Bitsko. Hughes just hasn't been cutting it. Neither has Rodriguez, quite frankly, but, we don't have that many options, so. We'll try Bitsko in that role, that long reliever role, and see if we can bring home the World Series this season. So, Chris Wood, 7-17 on the mound. He's our game 1 starter. It's tough when Ford Thompson, he would be a nice pitcher to have here, but whatever. And, let's go. Jump into it. So, game 1 in Oakland against the Hooks. We win 2-1, an 11-inning thriller. Looks like it was a Chilcutt single that scored the run in the 11th. Besides that, only 3 hits in the game. Ouch. Chris Wood and Dollard definitely had a nice little pitcher's duel here. And then the bullpen for us just a little bit better. So up 1-0 in the series against Oakland, too. And we lose 3-0. 2 hits in this one, so a total of 5 hits in 2 games to begin the series. And Corkum just too good for us. Little, not a bad start at all, and the bullpen was fine, but it's not going to win you many games. So we head to Colorado, series tied at 1 apiece, and we win 4-0. So we go from one of the most pitcher-friendly ballparks in the league to one of the most hitter-friendly, and we shut them out. Jaime Cooper continues his excellence here in the postseason. Andres Munoz and Randy Rodriguez close it out. And a really nice day here from the offense. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So, we're up 2-1 in Colorado here for game 4. and we win 5-2. So we're one win away from our second World Series here in the Rockies save, and as a franchise in total. So Wolkow 3 hits, 2 ribbies. Griffin has 2 ribbies as well. Looks like both of those were 2-run home runs. And then Philpott, a really nice start. Chivili, Duvall, Rodriguez. So a chance to win it here in front of the home crowd. And we will have a rematch of Game 1. Taylor Dollard against Chris Wood, where it was a pitcher's duel. We wound up coming out on top. But, Dollard's one of the best pitchers in baseball. So let's see if we can do it here in Colorado. Game 5, and we win it. Champions again, 2032 against the Hooks. We win 8-4. Jackson Churio, 3 hits, 3 ribbies. Connor Griffin has 3 walks and 2 hits. Unbelievable game from him. Jeanette and Toto, 3 hits each, so our 2 rookies getting it done. And Chris Wood, for all of his struggles here in the regular season, he was damn good here in the playoffs, giving us quality start after quality start against Nashville and Oakland. So Ochoa, not the best performance out of the pen, but Vesey and Munoz close it out. And we win our second World Series here in franchise history, just 2 years after we won our first. So an 89-win regular season. One of our worst since we kind of emerged definitely our worst since 2029, when we really broke out as a true perennial playoff team. But we come out on top and kind of dominated the A's there. We had the one rough game where we didn't really hit, and Game 1 was a little shaky as well. But besides that, none of these games were really too close. And the pitching really pulled through here at the end of the series. So, love to see that. The Nashville series is going to go down. Being down 3-1, backs against the wall, win 2 in Nashville to close out that series. And, unforgettable playoff run here for us. So, we win our second World Series, as I've mentioned. And, let's just go see our little achievement here before we get out of here. And we'll jump off season next episode. I'll probably have a full plan of how much longer I want to go with this series. I started recording the next series already, and it's going pretty well so far, but I kind of want to get ahead on those and keep this going as long as we can, and kind of release those, have a consistent slew of content at that point when that series starts. So Miguel Blyce wins his ring as well, so that's good to see. He wound up having a nice season in Detroit after a rough start there. And then other guys, Peter Hubeck, who was awful for us. Tim Mariner had 9 at-bats for us. He winds up winning a ring. Brian Betancourt gets his second and probably his last appearance on the team. He really wasn't much of anything against Oakland in that series, so that might spell the end of him, but we'll jump into the playoffs or the offseason next episode. But thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed our second World Series victory here in the save. Go Rockies. We'll see you next episode. Goodbye.